Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Salt Cast. We're back again with our 5th episode. Let's see. What do we have for today?
I have a lot of news. Mostly gaming,
Yeah,
minor anime, but mostly gaming.
I have a lot of news. Got a lot of stuff going on.
I have a movie news.
Yeah, a little bit of movie news. We're going to be similar to last episode, too. We're going to be jumping all over the place. So we got a lot to talk about and a lot of things that everybody's been up to and that's going on in the entertainment world. So we'll start it off with
You should start.
With what?
You should start your news.
Okay. So Ahsoka's been going on. I think episode 5 just finished on Tuesday. I don't know if you guys have been watching that.
I watched clips of it because it's not really my deal, but I saw a cool thing.
So yeah, I'm just gonna do Ahsoka spoilers since I don't. Are you guys ever gonna watch it?
No,
I don't care.
Okay, yeah. So I'll talk about it a little bit. It's kind of
the boy's back.
Yeah, I think everybody is kind of in agreement for the most part, and the Star Wars fandom is kind of known as being super picky and toxic sometimes. But
I mean, to
everybody's
be fair, they've not been treated well lately.
Yeah, they kind of got their entire canon.
Yeah, but but they still nitpick every single thing. But
they
Ahsoka,
got hit with the Halo treatment, but even harder.
And Doctor
I don't
Who.
even think it's that bad. Star Wars isn't even that bad. People are just anal about everything that happens in the universe.
Well, didn't they have that whole expanded universe thing? Then they just shelved that in favor of Rey Skywalker.
I mean, the expanded universe stuff has never really been a main thing. And George Lucas has always said the only thing that's really canon is the TV shows and the movies. So if anybody was upset about that, that was kind of on them, I think. But that being said, Ahsoka is bringing in a lot of the extended universe stuff and making it canon. And they're doing a ton of different things. They brought back Hayden Christensen as Anakin Skywalker.
Literally the best character in the whole verse.
Yeah,
Agreed.
We have the live-action Clone Wars stuff, which is pretty sick.
I saw an image of him in his Clone Wars outfit, which was hype.
Yeah, it was pretty badass. We got a quick little cameo of live-action Rex from the Clone Wars and Rebels. We got a really cool fight between Ahsoka and Anakin. That was pretty cool.
I saw that.
Star Wars is kind of killing it right now. They've got some peak Star Wars stuff going on, so it's pretty exciting. And the last episode just ended with Ahsoka going to a whole nother galaxy. So the whole thing where it's this
far,
happened
far
a long
away.
time ago. Yeah, they went to a galaxy that's far, far away. They literally say it multiple times in the show too.
Yeah, that's kind of funny actually.
Yeah, and so next episode's supposed to be Grand Admiral Thrawn's coming back. That's going to be crazy. Ezra Bridger from Rebels should be coming back. A lot of stuff's going to be happening.
I don't
they're
know those people.
Changing the way that everybody thinks about the Force and how that works. They're kind of semi-retconning the whole midichlorian thing. I don't know if you guys know what that is.
Yeah, I do.
What gives them the Force?
Yeah, so everybody has their midichlorian count or whatever, and Anakin's got the
and
highest one
Anakin's
ever.
were off the charts.
Yeah, so it basically is if you have a high midichlorian count, you can basically be a Jedi. But Dave Filoni, the guy that wrote Clone Wars, Rebels, and now Ahsoka, and parts of Mandalorian with Jon Favreau, they're kind of retconning that and just saying that everybody has the ability to wield the Force. It's just whether or not it comes natural to you. So people like the Jedi would only take young kids that were naturally gifted. So, but anybody could really use the Force if they trained and practiced enough.
So they're going to bring in that Rock Lee shit now?
Yeah. We're going to get
They're going to have the Rock Lee of Jedi?
That would be cool. Right now,
he's
Ahsoka
a Jedi that can't use the Force.
Yeah, Ahsoka has a Padawan who, even I forget the name of the droid. It was the droid that catalogs every single lightsaber, in the history of the Jedi Order for thousands of years.
I wouldn't
he knows.
know.
I forget his name. It's like Yu Wan or something like that. But anyway, they're talking about Ahsoka's Padawan and how she's like really horrible at using the Force, and like I would never have trained you, or the Jedi never would have picked you, or whatever. But Ahsoka's training her, so we got that whole arc going on. She's probably going to end up being able to use the Force. Right now, she can't even move a cup. So, and she's a Mandalorian, which is also pretty cool.
So she's Rock Lee,
Mando, and Mandalore. Trying to think what else. The Hayden Christensen stuff was awesome.
Has he said Snips yet?
He did. He said Snips.
He actually said it. That's cool.
Yeah, he says, "Hey Snips," or something like that.
That's
the live
awesome,
action
actually.
Clone Wars stuff was pretty cool. We got to see young Ahsoka. So they got the. You guys remember the actress that played?
Oh yeah, I know the girl
Gamora?
from Stuck in the Middle.
Yeah,
it's young Gamora and the daughter from Barbie.
Yeah, well, Stuck in the Middle is kind of what I know her from.
Yeah, she played young Ahsoka, so that was pretty cool.
Honestly, I don't think she's a bad actress, but I do think that every single role she's played is a character I've hated. Not on her fault. It's just like the character is just not a likable character to me.
There's a bunch of stuff, like people are wondering what's going on with Anakin because he knows everything that happened and he knows like the whole past and he knows like certain things of the future, and they're like, questioning like, is he like a god now? What is he? Because in the Clone Wars there was like a really long arc about like the Mortis gods, the father, the son, the daughter, and stuff like that. And now they think that Anakin has like become like finally like completely balanced in the Force. He can go to the light side, to the dark side, like very easily, and he's got like complete control over that now.
Like Star Killer or whatever his name was.
Well, not like Star Killer. That's nothing like Star Killer.
Have you even played that game?
No, I haven't.
Star Killer doesn't go between the light and the dark.
Fair enough.
But
he said I tried.
Yeah,
I don't know.
The chosen one, so he's kind of like living up to that that label now. He's doing a lot of cool stuff, and he wasn't like a normal Force ghost like you see in the movies, like with the ghost like thing, you know.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking
I know
about?
what you're talking about.
Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff with that. I'm trying to think what else. Move on from the Star Wars Ahsoka stuff. Let's see. Keep it in TV. The Stranger Things dropped a little teaser thing for season 5. I don't know if you guys saw that.
I heard about it, but I haven't watched it.
It's nothing big. It's just like a little panning shot of like a bunch of destroyed buildings, and then they have like the Scoops ice cream parlor like billboard that's all destroyed and stuff.
Like an actual teaser then.
Nothing. Yeah, it was just a quick like couple seconds panning shot of like a bunch of destroyed stuff.
Like Elder Scrolls 6 thing?
Yeah, but that should be pretty interesting once that's out. You guys watched all of Stranger Things, didn't you?
Yeah. Season 2 is garbage.
I love Stranger
Except those last 2 episodes. Oh my god. I kind of want to say something now just because we're on the topic of Stranger Things. I'm going to say this.
Go ahead.
Then you can get back to your list. Have you seen that record-breaking phenomenon that now has overpassed Stranger Things is One Piece?
Is that
what
happened?
The live action?
Yeah, the One Piece live action is now the most viewed thing on Netflix in its history.
Doesn't it have
That's pretty
5
crazy.
seasons greenlit?
Of all things,
in
a live-action anime to have done that well, I'm very surprised that it actually did that well, and that it's actually liked by fans.
Well, if you think about it,
apparently
too,
it's super good.
it has a lot of like filler content that it can actually cut out and condense into a TV show.
Yeah, so if you watch through the show, they're about an hour each. I think it's 10-ish episodes or maybe 8, and they get up to about episode 70, 75 of the anime.
How many episodes is One Piece?
It's not over, but they're at like 1,200 right now.
Oh, holy crap.
Yeah, I got to episode like 200, 300, I think. And I stopped.
Watched
I've never seen
40
any of it.
episodes, and I was like, this is not my deal. Maybe I'll try the live action though, because One Piece is like famous for having like the worst pacing in all of anime.
Yeah.
So much so that there's like a fan-made edit of One Piece called One Pace that people consider to be better than the actual show because they just cut like useless frames out and they get like hours and hours out of the show that don't matter.
That's crazy that you can take hours out of it.
Well, over, 1,000 episodes.
Well, yeah, over however many 1,200 or whatever episodes. But still, that's a lot of time.
Yeah, but that's like One Piece is known for just having terrible pacing. So
I'll probably end up watching it just for the fact that it's blowing up right now and I kind of want to see what it's all about.
Yeah, I might check it out too because like I couldn't get into the anime because it was just so slow,
Yeah,
But
some of my favorite creators are like really big fans of One Piece, and I've never watched it, but I'm willing to give it a chance, I guess.
There's also this big thing in anime where like people for some reason think you need to either like One Piece or Naruto, and you have to hate everyone that likes the other one.
Oh, really? That's kind of stupid.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Let's see, what else do I have? Anything TV related? I think I hit all those. The Aquaman 2 trailer dropped the other day. I actually saw that.
It was what I expected.
Yeah, I didn't like the first Aquaman, and I don't have any expectations for this one. So I'm kind of I'm ready for DC.
Part of the new reboot?
No, technically no, it's not.
So it's
I'm not gonna see it.
Doesn't matter to see it then.
I'm still gonna go see it because that's what 90% of our entire podcast is about. Is these kind of things, but I'm still going to watch it. But, yeah, it seems like big CGI battles, like crazy stuff going on. Amber Heard was in it for like a quarter of a second. So they're doing their best to not show her.
What can you do?
Yeah, but there are some interesting things in it. I think Black Manta looks pretty cool. I liked him in the first one. I was pissed that he didn't get his whole story finished, so I'm liking that he's back. Aquaman's got a son now, I guess, or kids or something. So that could be interesting, but yeah, I don't know. I don't really have expectations, so we'll see how it goes, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care for it at all. The first one was like mid, I guess, but
yeah, I had the first one like towards the bottom of my DCEU ranking list, so we'll see if this one's any better than that. It doesn't have
I'm indifferent.
A high bar to beat. Yeah, I'm probably about the same. I'm pretty indifferent. But it's like 3 months away, and this is like the first time we're getting like a legit trailer. So DC, that's usually not a good sign. If they aren't marketing the movie a whole lot, they must not have a lot of faith. I feel
like
something.
All of their movies get no marketing except for Black Adam. That was everywhere. But I think that was mostly because The Rock was like really hyping it up on his own,
Yeah, The Rock was a major part of that. And now he'll never be Black Adam again, probably. Okay, let's see. I have a cool Marvel Comics thing that happened a couple weeks ago, I think it was now. Iman Vellani, the actor that plays Miss Marvel in the MCU. You know who I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She just got her Marvel Comics debut. She wrote the first issue of Miss Marvel, New Mutant or something. I forget the title. I can't remember it off the top of my head.
I didn't even know she writes stuff.
Yeah, this is her first time on a book, so she just did that. It's pretty cool. Miss Marvel in the comics has just been revealed to be a mutant now. She used to be just an Inhuman.
Yeah. Well, that also is what just happened in the show.
Yeah, so it's going to help probably tie into the show and things like that. And Iman Vellani is like a huge Marvel nerd. She knows everything about the universe, so I'm sure the Miss Marvel character is in good hands with her, and I'm pretty sure I read that first issue that
as long as she actually has a chance to, do what she wants.
Yeah.
That's usually the problem that usually comes with too many people having a say in something.
Yeah.
As long as no one constricts her creative liberties or whatever.
Yeah, and
ideas.
great as Kamala Khan. She does a great job. She's really good as the
She
character.
is the only good
perfect
part of
casting.
that show. Well,
Yeah,
actually,
she carries.
that kid Bruno is pretty good too, but he's like barely in the show.
Yeah, but it's pretty interesting. I read the first issue. It's pretty good. Miss Marvel, the character is going in like a cool direction. She's part of the X-Men now, so her characters. There's a lot of stuff going on with that and the mutants and everything. So it's pretty cool. Let's see. This is my last news thing. This is gonna be like open for all of us though because it's a big one and everybody's excited about it. Spider-Man 2, for PlayStation 5 just dropped another some updates and like another. I don't know if it was a trailer, but it was more like gameplay footage and different things like that.
It was
I don't know if you guys saw
Gamescom.
it.
I'm pretty sure they were
Yeah.
at Gamescom and they had their like Sony
Cool.
panel thing, and it was like a big section of that Sony section.
Yeah, I know a lot of creators have gotten early access to the game, and a lot of people are really impressed. Everybody's blown away by how well the wingsuit works, the traversal of the
The
map.
fast travel seemed really cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that people are really impressed by. The differences between Miles and Peter, like I think they announced that there's going to be like 65 or 66
They
different
said 65 plus, so at least 65. Hopefully they're not counting like the recolors though.
Yeah, you can change like the shades of the suits and the color palette and different things like that. So hopefully that's not what they're including, like you said. But
I would
Don't
say
know.
I would say it's pretty guaranteed. Obviously not 100%, but it's pretty close. Like, I'm pretty sure that they wouldn't have less than the last game, and the last game had 28. So I would say it's probably going to have at least that. If they are counting the reshades, it's going to
It'll
at least
definitely
have
have
more
more.
than 28.
it'll definitely have more than the first one, just because Miles is in it too. So he's going to have his own suits also.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And plus, like, I imagine they would bring back all the suits that were already in the first one.
Yeah, I think that's a given. I think they got to do that.
At least, like, for sure the movie ones and the, like, comic ones and stuff.
Probably.
Yeah, I agree. Well, there's endless amounts of comic ones, but yeah.
No, I'm saying the ones that they already had in there.
Yeah.
And then they'll probably bring in some from, like, Spider-Verse, the recent
sure, yeah.
Spider-Verse as well.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sure they
maybe.
will. I liked how a lot of people are saying that, and the developers are saying there's like a high skill curve to the traversal and the web swinging and the gliding and how
That's cool.
how you use that system. So like the more you play the game and the better you get at it, like the more rewarding the traversal of the map is going to be.
I'm sure it's fun, but I don't know if I believe there's a high skill gap for
Yeah,
it.
I need to see it
just
to believe
because,
it.
like, 9,000,000% of the time, like, these reviewers suck at games.
Yeah, maybe, but I know they didn't say it was a skill gap. They just says it's a curve. Like the better you get, like the more options that you have to like traverse the city. There's different things that you can do. The wingsuit, once you get that down, opens up different ways to like get around and like implement it with like the web swinging and keep the momentum going because the whole momentum system is
Yeah.
back. And
Yeah,
I feel like there's going to
definitely-
be annoying side challenges to unlock the
Oh,
better
yeah.
movement abilities, and that's going to be terrible to do.
I don't think
I'm sure there's
going to
be some like
to unlock them, but I'm sure there's going to be like how you
Furball
swing,
challenge.
how you swing through the circles. There's probably fly through the circles. You know.
Yeah.
yeah, I think they
Or
showed
catch
some
the
of that in the
pigeon.
gameplay and stuff. Anyway, there was also
Yeah,
a bunch of
I saw that. Yeah, and the guy sucked. He missed like 4 rings.
Yeah, they also had. I skipped over these because I didn't want to see any of it, but they had like big sections of like the boss fight between Peter and Lizard. So I skipped.
Yeah,
that.
I didn't see that. I saw like a shorter one where they were fighting on the side of a building. That's all I saw though.
Yeah, I saw a bunch of it, but I didn't want to spoil anything, so I like clicked off and didn't watch the rest.
I think
And there
that
was, like, a
game is
big
my most
thing-
anticipated for the year.
Yeah,
I'm
it's definitely
excited for
mine
it.
also.
Bert, you got to finish Miles.
I know. I just got to do the side stuff.
There was a big part with him and Craven, like they were showing like a fight between the two of them or a cutscene or something. Like they've shown a lot of footage that I didn't want to see, so I've tried to avoid it
For the
as
last
much as I can.
like month almost, they've been putting out like game art of the different characters. Like there's a couple different, not like in game, like in game, yes, like rendered in game, but not like in a cutscene or anything. They just have like Spider-Man model, Lizard model, Venom model that you can like see images of.
That's pretty cool, actually.
That's cool. They haven't shown much of Venom in any of the stuff that I've seen, which I like.
There's images of him, but I haven't seen any like video
Yeah, but
or
nothing
anything
like with
that.
Lizard or
Probably
Kraven and
because
stuff.
they don't want to. Even though I think maybe I'm totally wrong. I think it's obvious that it's Harry. Maybe I'm wrong, and I'll be like, "Wow, that was crazy. It wasn't Harry." But I think that they're being like, "We don't want people to know who Venom is." But to me, it seems obvious.
I don't really care who Venom is,
especially
to
with
be
how
honest.
he's sick in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's going to
I
be
don't
interesting.
care either. I'm
so
just saying.
excited.
I think that's why they're not showing Venom, is because they want it to be like a surprise, and they don't want to have like anything give it away.
Yeah, they said there's going to be also other villains. So, like, obviously we have Kraven, Lizard, Venom.
Mysterio, I saw.
Mysterio's going to be in it, and there was a couple other
Lee
ones
is
that
in one of the trailers.
How long is this game going to be?
I don't know. The first one was pretty long.
Yeah, the first one, like, if you just played through the story, I think it was like 12 to 14 hours.
Something like that, yeah. I think that's pretty much it for the Spider-Man stuff. I don't know. That's all the news I had. I don't know if you guys have anything else you want to mention about that, or if you want to go into your guys' updates and stuff.
No, I don't have anything else about Spider-Man, but on the topic of games, have you guys seen the Starfield controversy thing? That is hilarious.
No, I haven't seen it. What is it?
So basically, this guy that like reviews games or whatever did like a thing on Starfield where he was like talking about how terrible Starfield is, and he's like, you can't even land on this planet.
Oh,
And
yes.
yeah, and it's a gas giant. So then like everyone on the entire internet just roasted this guy like endlessly. Like, you think the game's bad because you can't land on a gas giant?
I've played a little bit of Starfield. I liked what I played so far, but I had to leave and I started traveling, so I haven't gotten to play like a lot. But I probably played a good 5+ hours, maybe more. And I've barely
funny.
like done anything yet.
I just think it's so funny how like everyone like came together to roast this guy though. And then he was like, well, it's a fictional game. It doesn't need to be realistic. And everyone's like, bro, that just doesn't make sense. Like, how would that even work? You know?
Yeah, that's a stupid complaint.
Yeah, that just...
And then he started being like, what do you mean how could it work? You can do it in Mass Effect. And then people were like, you literally can't do it in Mass Effect.
Or gas giant. Or those are like not gas giants.
That was just something. But I heard Starfield is like decent. It's one of like, you know, what you'd expect from a Bethesda game.
Yeah, my only complaint that I've seen about it is like, I understand that it's not No Man's Sky, and I'm not expecting it to be No Man's Sky, but the space travel is just like menus and loading screens. There's not even like cutscenes of you.
Yeah,
taking
you're just
off in your
pressing a
ship.
bunch of buttons.
You're not even pressing
they
buttons
have
in your
that.
spaceship. You're pressing them in a menu. I feel like
Yes,
there could have been
yeah,
a cooler
I
way
agree.
of doing
That is annoying.
I haven't played it,
And
but that does sound annoying.
everything that you do is it's like pre-rendered like squares that you're in. So like if you land on a certain spot on a planet, you can't go anywhere on that planet. You're stuck in like a box. Like it's a big box.
It's a
but
whatever
still.
thing.
I heard that the game doesn't have maps. That's wild.
I didn't know that. If it's true, that's insane.
I mean, it has a
that
star
true?
map that you can go through the systems.
Like a town map.
No, but like on planets, you can't like view a map. Is that true?
Well, it's more because, kind of, yeah, but it's like you don't really need to because it's just points of interest pretty much. So like you have the major city and that whatever point of interest, and then you just go to that.
I get that, but like, I don't know. Like if you look at Skyrim has a really cool like 3D weather in the map. Like,
that is true.
Skyrim's map has weather going on in the map while you're looking at it. That is wild. So I don't know. I just would like to see something like that, but whatever. Other gaming news. Huge news for me, actually. This made my month when I saw this about 3 weeks ago. I missed it for the last pod. I saw it like the day after we recorded. Finally, after 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, they have announced Killing Floor 3.
Holy crap.
That's awesome.
They had the first trailer for it at Gamescom.
Mm-hmm.
It looked sick. It was so cool.
That is cool.
I haven't played at the other Killing Floors, so I don't really even know.
Killing Floor 2 is like a top 5 game for me. It's my second most played game on Steam. I love Killing Floor.
Yeah. I played with you a couple times.
I'm so excited for Killing Floor 3.
That's cool. I haven't played those ones, so I don't really know much about them.
Yeah. I might have to check it out.
Yeah, I hope so.
I've been looking for a zombie game to play. So
it's supposed to come out sometime in 2024. They haven't said like a specific date yet because this is like first confirmation that it even exists, you know?
Okay, so it's pretty early in development.
Well,
not development, but like in the coming out process.
Yeah, so if I were to guess, I would think it probably fall 2024 at the earliest, just because like if it was going to be in the first half, they probably would have a date or at least a window.
Yeah. That's fair.
I would say fall or winter, probably, within the last 4 or 5 months of the year.
Okay.
Besides Killing Floor, is there anything you have going on?
There's this. Have you guys seen the trailer for Dumb Money, or even heard of the movie Dumb Money?
No, I've not.
No, I don't know what that is.
So, it's the movie about what happened on r/Wall Street bets and GameStop.
Oh, that. I think I have heard of this. I heard that it was. Now you've jogged my memory. Yes, I remember seeing that someone was making a like documentary type movie about this.
Wait, what is it? A movie about
a show?
For those that don't understand,
thing?
Yeah, during COVID, a bunch of people on Reddit got together and decided to bet against like Wall Street, betting on the collapse of GameStop. So GameStop stock before like they all started like buying in was about $50. It shot up to around like I think 500 was its max.
Yeah, it was somewhere around there.
And then immediately fell down because Robinhood didn't allow like users to buy the GameStop stock anymore.
Yeah.
And
yes, I do remember when this was
everyone
happening.
To start selling off.
Yeah, that's wild though. So you watched it, or you're going to watch it?
I'm going to.
Oh, okay.
It's not out yet.
I would like to watch that too.
It's pretty interesting because there was like a Congress hearing about it.
Yeah, I remember
And
it being a
whole
big deal.
It's pretty cool.
That reminds me. Last time we were here, I had some Halo news that they've now followed up on it. Bert, you remember they said they were gonna?
Yeah.
Well, it was rumored / leaked that they could possibly reboot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they came out literally the day after we recorded, so we're kind of late now. But whatever, might as well still.
First I'm hearing of it.
The Halo
they
news?
basically said, no, we're not doing that, which is good.
Okay, good.
Still
Your
possible that
franchise
they
is
were
intact.
Yeah, still possible that they were thinking about doing it, and they saw like the reaction, and they're like, just say we're not doing that anymore, guys.
Yeah, they let it leak to see how fans would react.
That would be funny.
And from there,
maybe not. Either way, good news. Not rebooted. We're looking good.
Well, that's a relief.
Yeah. I have a couple more things. A Mutant Mayhem video game has been announced in a canon in-universe story. Takes place 4 months after the movie.
That's exciting.
Who's developing it?
I can't remember. No, it wasn't EA. Man, I had it open for a second, but it's like no one you would really know.
Is it like supposed to be pretty good, or is it going to be like a
There's really not much known about
movie
it,
adaptation
but
thing?
it's not looking like it's going to be anything crazy because it's like by one of those companies that makes kids games.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But it is...
That's a little disappointing.
That's cool, though. Still might have to check it out.
It is apparently important to the story, though.
That's funny.
They claim. Maybe it's just like some filler stuff, but they're saying
I have a hard time
takes
believing
place
that.
place after the movie and that it is in universe and canon. So we'll have to see if it's actually worth it. But besides that, there's nothing really said about it. Like, I don't know what kind of game it is.
Okay.
I don't know what like the story is.
You just heard it was announced.
Yeah, pretty much just it exists and it's coming out eventually. I don't think there's even a date.
Yeah.
It's supposed to take place between the first and second movie, though, so it's going to be before the second movie.
Okay.
That's it's interesting at the least.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Final thing in the gaming space for news, there has been like crazy stuff going on involving Unity, the game engine.
I know about this.
Have you seen this?
Yes, but I'll let you.
Okay, well, I'll continue then. Basically, Unity, well, first, in general, like the bigger companies usually use like their own proprietary engine or whatever. So like Call of Duty for the most part is made on its own engine. Halo used to be made on its own engine, but they're now switching to Unreal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the bigger companies usually have their own engines, but
Bethesda has theirs.
yeah, Bethesda has theirs. You got like the Assassin's Creed one or whatever. But like for people that aren't going to try and, you know, make their own engine, which is like a long process, you have like the two big most known engines that are available for people to use for a price, of course. That being Unity, which is like for the longest time it was the cheaper option and it was what people used to
Well, aren't there like personal editions for like small people like individuals, I should say?
Yeah, kind of.
Not teams.
So anyways, sorry, a dog came in my room. So Unity is one and Unreal is the other one. Unreal is a lot bigger than Unity, so you got things like Fortnite's made in Unreal. There's more AAA games made in Unreal than Unity, but those are like the two biggest engines, right?
Yeah.
Basically, recently Unity decided to like switch up its pricing plan, and at a certain point, I think it's like after 200,000 or something, they charge developers for every time someone installs their game.
So there's two conditions that a developer has to reach. They have to have had, I think in the past 12 months, 200,000 and 200,000.
No, it's in lifetime. It's 200,000 installs in the lifetime of the game. If you pass that.
And then there's a yearly financial thing you have to have too.
No, it's 200,000 for both, depending on the license you pick. It's 200,000 installs in the lifetime of the game or $200,000 made in the lifetime of the game. Then there's another version that goes up to $1 million. So those minimums are now $1 million for that.
So you need both of those or just the one? One or the other?
Either one. So basically, if a developer makes a game and 200,000 people install it, they then start charging the developer 20 cents for every time someone installs their game. So and at first, they changed this recently, but people were starting to want to just like install and uninstall games they didn't like until developers went bankrupt, so they had to change it.
So a bit more about that is for Unity Personal and Plus.
I mean, we don't
It's
need
one-
like the specifics.
No, but I just find it funny. So if you look at it, for Unity Personal, it's 20 cents per install. But then when you look at the Enterprise and the Pro versions, like depending on how many installs you have per
it
month, the
lowers
price
the
actually
higher
goes
you
down.
get.
So it kind of fucks small developers if they
Yeah.
have like a smaller player base.
Well, not only that, but Microsoft, there was like a big thing going on with them where they're now considering no longer allowing Unity games on Game Pass because Microsoft then gets hit with the bill for everyone installing these free games.
So they actually added a clause to it stating that it doesn't apply to cloud gaming for
That's
Microsoft.
Yeah, that's not cloud gaming.
No, like
I'm talking about Game Pass.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
So if
Well,
you
there
download
was-
a game on Game Pass, you don't pay the developer. The developer got paid by Microsoft a one-time fee. So then every time someone installs the game now, Microsoft, or if it's on Sony, have to now pay the price of whatever that is. So there's this big thing going on where they're like not sure if they're going to keep allowing Unity games on Game Pass.
Oh, that's interesting.
It
Makes
is
sense,
pretty
though.
interesting. That's going to change the
Unity kind
way
of
the industry works.
shot themselves in the foot.
There's also like
Because
tons and tons of developers, like Unity developers, saying they're out of here, like they're switching.
Yeah, there was a
People
lot of
are
them.
saying that this is the death of Unity.
It
Wow.
makes like Unreal's free. Or not
Unreal
free,
is
but it doesn't charge
5%.
for downloads.
But it's 5% of your profits, right? So that like it could end up being more, but at least it's connected to money. You know, like people could just uninstall or install it on 10 devices and charge you money, even though they only bought it once. You know,
It's kind of messed up that they're charging like developers for downloads for their tools, like just because they use their tools. You know what I'm trying to say?
no, not at all.
It would be like if Photoshop or Adobe went to like movie studios or artists that use their software and were like, hey, for every time you use this artwork you made in our software, you have to pay us money, even though you just bought the tools. And
Well,
Oh,
some
I
of them
get what
collect
you're saying.
royalties. But
Yeah.
the thing that makes it annoying is that it's not connected to income, right? So it's not like they're taking a percentage of the money you make. You could make no money and they'll still collect it. So using Unity to make free-to-play games is no longer even possible because if you start getting too many players, you're not making money, you're fucked, you know?
did you?
Yeah,
but
you're
did you see
literally
what the
gonna-
Unity CEO said in an interview a while ago?
Oh, yeah, he said he wanted to start charging people to reload in their games.
Yeah, that.
That's
and he was
crazy.
like, if people make games for free, they're stupid.
No, I have the exact quote actually. He said, let me see right here. He says, we want to charge gamers for reloading. Anyone who thinks this is not a profitable venture are fucking idiots.
That's crazy. How could you charge for that? I don't even understand how that would work.
Because he was saying that people
That's old though.
would be price blind to it.
Yeah,
at
he's
that
like,
point
if you're
because they've
already
invested
playing
so much time.
for an hour, you're not going to be like, oh, fine. You'll just be like, whatever.
No, that's
sure,
crazy. People would not. Yeah, that's insane.
But yeah, Unity
He's completely
is getting,
disconnected from his base.
Yeah, well, that was in like 2012 or 2011.
Yeah, this
and
is
now
old news.
This is the same guy that's now passing this Unity install
Yeah.
thing. And then on top of that,
Okay.
they are people are like, well, how do you track how many times the game's been installed? Since that's what you're charging us, we need to know that your numbers are accurate. And they said, just trust us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
And
This is
it's
going to
some
backfire
It's
on
like
them.
some invasive software, too, that they install with it.
Yeah, so now anyone who makes a game in Unity, they now push this software into your game to track people on their computers.
Yeah, this is not. This sounds really fucked up. This sounds like it's gonna backfire somehow.
Well, it's not even the most toxic part. The most toxic part is that Unity used to be like a flat payment, so you would pay. There was subscription based, and then there was a flat payment. So if someone spent, I think it was like $6,000 or something crazy like that for like this lifetime Unity license, that no longer is valid now.
That's crazy. You would think that they would at least carry it over or something. You've spent the money on it.
No?
Yeah. So
Wow.
it's like a huge thing. All the developers are like, everyone bought, because this is supposed to kick in January 1st. There's been multiple developers that are like, everyone buy our game because we're taking it off the store on January 1st because this could bankrupt us.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. All right, let's move on from that. What else? Or is that your last bit of news that you had?
I have one more thing. So,
all right, hit it quick.
Have either of you heard of Spirited Away? It's an older anime movie.
I have not.
Spirited Away is considered like one of like the peak of anime movies. And the guy who made it, this is back in like 2001 that Spirited Away came out, I think. But anyways, Miyazaki is the guy who made it, and he's basically considered like a god of anime movies. He releases like nonstop bangers of anime movies every few years, and they're always like top tier animation, like legendary movies. And he just recently released one, The Boy and the Heron. Apparently it's hype. And he claims this is going to be his last movie, but he also said that on his last 3. So we'll have to actually see. He's like 80 something though. So.
Oh wow, he's older.
Maybe he's saying that just in case, you know?
Yeah, maybe he's just saying that in case he doesn't make it to the next one. But this guy's like known for making god tier anime movies. So it's
That's
like
really cool.
usually a big deal. Like I think his last one was like 2017 or something like that. So it's been a while.
What'd you say it was called?
The Boy and the Heron.
That's cool.
That's my last thing. I'm probably gonna check that out. Maybe we should all check it out.
That's what I was thinking.
See if it's actually good. So like the things he's known for though is they're like normally nothing. They're not like action or anything. The main thing is it's supposed to be like he is the top tier movies for like good animation. Like that's the best animation you'll see.
So yeah, sounds interesting.
Is what people say. Like he's like the one who breaks ground on animation for animes.
I'm expecting beautiful picture then.
Yeah, I mean we'll have to see, but
I would watch it if that's something that we all did. I would watch it too then.
I mean I'm gonna watch it anyways, but I would think it'd be cool if we all did it.
Maybe we'll talk about it next episode.
Yeah, if you remind me about it or something.
Yeah. That's it for my news, though. Main thing for me was that Killing Floor 3. I'm hyped for that. Totally playing that when it comes out.
That is exciting.
All right, cool. Let's move on then to the next segment. We have a little bit of some DC and Marvel stuff that we're going to talk about. We kind of touched on it already. The Aquaman 2 trailer just dropped a couple days ago. I just want to know what you guys think. More excited for Aquaman 2 or more excited for The Marvels, which is basically Captain Marvel 2?
I am literally the exact same for both. Don't care for either.
I'm excited for the Marvel because I just feel like it's going to be terrible.
Really? I feel like Aquaman's going to be awful. I think The Marvels has a chance to actually be okay.
Thing about The Marvels, I really, really like Miss Marvel.
Yeah, I know. Like, I love her.
Every character in her freaking show besides her sucked. So like that's why it's like such a disappointment to me.
I just don't like Captain Marvel.
I think this will either make or break the Captain Marvel character. So if this one sucks, then the character is just never going to recover.
A contract.
Yeah, she can be in as many other things as she wants, but nobody is gonna. She's not going to be able to like make it back from this. She's always going to be considered shitty.
Yeah.
Is she considered shitty? I feel like most people are just like They're not like I hate her. They're just like whatever. Who cares?
There's it's one or the other. You either hate her or you're just indifferent towards her, which is not good. Nobody
She
actually
doesn't have fans.
Yeah, nobody like. I mean, she does, but the majority of the people that watch the MCU don't really care much for her.
Yeah, I'm indifferent.
There's people that just
to her.
hate her.
That's why I don't think I'm gonna like that movie though, because I don't really care for her. The other girl, I don't even remember her name from WandaVision. Also, it's like another
Monica
character
Rambeau.
that's another one that I like. You know, it's like whatever. I don't care. And then there's one that I like, but I feel like the reason I like her is like in the teenage school setting, and that does not seem like it's going to be anywhere in the movies. So, like, what am I even going to like?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, that's a good point because she's kind of like Spider-Man in that way where she really works best when she's like at the ground level and working with people like that. When you get her into like those cosmic situations, it kind of takes away like some of the what's that word called?
Relatability.
Yeah, relatability of the character sometimes.
I also really don't want to just watch a whole movie of her like super fanning over Captain Marvel. I hope that does not go on very long. Like,
it probably will. That's like her whole thing. Even in the comics, she's like that.
That sounds annoying.
But
what I really want to see, and I think this will be like the most hype part of like MCU for me in general. I want to see her meet Spider-Man. That is going to be hype.
Yeah, that would be cool. Her and Spider-Man have good moments in the comics too. She has a really good relationship with Miles Morales. If we ever get the live-action Miles Morales, him and her and
that would be cool. But I don't want a Miles yet. I want to have an actual like Spider-Man movie without other people in it before we get Miles.
Yeah, I mean, Tom Holland is supposed to get another trilogy, so
I hope he gets
Spider-Man still.
You know, one movie with no Miles, then maybe the second one, like at the end of it, Miles becomes Miles, and then the third, he's actually there, you know?
Yeah, that'd be a good progression, I think. I guess I have just more hope for the Marvels because I like Captain Marvel in the comics and I like Miss Marvel and stuff. So like, and I know like some of the things that they've done. So I have hope for that, I guess. But I don't know. Both Aquaman and this one, I'm not like super excited for. I'm obviously more excited for the Marvels, but
I guess I'm more excited for the Marvels too. Literally just because of Ms. Marvel.
Yeah, I'd probably say I'm probably in the same boat.
I'm more excited as I care less for DC.
I kind of feel bad for her because like her show was so good for the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, I mean, it ends up being like middle of the road, bottom tier. But speaking of the shows, I know everybody finished Secret Invasion, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I finished that.
Unfortunately,
last time.
I see what you were saying.
Yeah. All right. So let's get into this. Let me hear your guys' thoughts. Bert, you go first. Let me. What did you like and what did you dislike?
Start moving forward from where we ended last time, which was when Gorilla got shot.
Yeah. So Gaia just got shot, and now you've seen the rest of the show.
Gaia got shot.
Gorilla.
Whatever. Surprise. She didn't get shot. I don't know.
She did get shot. She just didn't care.
Yeah. I don't like. I really didn't like. Yeah, I don't know. They're just a lot.
Just give me what did you dislike and what did you like about the show?
The things I really hated the ending, but I just kept skipping over a lot.
If we're gonna skip to the ending, let me say something quick, Bert.
Yeah, can you go through it and I'll jump in.
Well, since you're talking about the ending, so correct me if I'm wrong here, but she's the strongest in the verse now, right?
Yes, there's literally exactly like she has literally everyone's DNA and powers.
Yeah,
like, what's the point of anything?
I don't understand how she can't not be. She literally has the powers of Captain Marvel and everybody.
She's the strongest in the verse.
She has the durability of Thanos. She has the fucking powers of Captain Marvel.
She can shapeshift.
She can control minds like Mantis. Like, she can do everything.
She has Groot powers. I don't even know what to call them. Like,
here's what else
to stretch her limbs.
Wild about that last fight. So they're both like gods at this point, and they are spamming Korg.
Yeah, they
like,
spam
choose-
Korg and Drax. Like, of all the powers that you have, you're going to use...
Drax
like,
has powers? No,
They
he's
even
just
have
strong,
Thor's
right?
powers.
Drax is
They have
just super
Thor's-
strong.
Yeah. That's it.
But yet, if you're going to choose somebody to be super strong, why would you not pick the Hulk?
Or
Like that-
Thanos.
Or Thanos. Like, they're both stronger than Drax. Why would you... You're using strength,
Well,
but
he
you
picked
choose
Thanos.
Drax.
I don't know if you noticed, but he kind of looked like Thanos. Like, at least with
Yeah,
the chin thing going on.
He did a little bit, yeah.
I just think, like, if you got everyone's powers, Korg would never even pop into my mind.
Neither would
Unless if
Drax.
I wanted... Like, yeah.
Like, I would
In
want to
what
be someone who can
situation?
shoot stuff.
If you
At
didn't
least-
want to wear a shirt.
At least, like, they can't copy Iron Man.
Yeah, like that.
I mean,
Yeah,
they did
they can't
copy
do
Iron
that.
Man.
Well, they could, if they got his DNA, would they be as smart as him? Is that how that works?
No.
I don't think that's how that works, but I don't
So
know.
that's
I was-
the one thing is they're still idiots, but they are the strongest in the verse.
Did you guys see the twist coming? Like the Fury, her being Fury,
What?
when she was going through
Yeah.
the
I did.
Chernobyl place.
Oh,
wouldn't-
yeah,
You- See that coming?
He said put on a good face or whatever, or like the way they ended that conversation, I just felt like something was going down.
Yeah, I kind of thought so too.
Plus, Fury wouldn't just give up like that, even though he kind of did. for the
Here's
entire-
another thing, actually, because I remember last
Oh.
time this wasn't something Bert reached. What did you think about Rhodey being a troll?
I thought it was kind of unnecessary.
I didn't mind that
It
part.
kind of sucks because it takes away a lot of the interactions between him and Iron Man.
Well, the thing that
That's the only thing I
bothers
don't
me
like. Yeah,
is that they don't.
I thought they were
they
pretty
don't
good
say
friends.
when.
But
I think. Well, this is
The
the
only
thing. He's
confirmation
wearing-
is that it's after Civil War because he's still paralyzed.
he's still paralyzed, but he's wearing the same hospital gown that he had in Civil War.
so he doesn't even know Tony's dead.
That's
Maybe I
trolling,
don't know.
actually.
Unless they
So he
just say
wasn't
like, "Oh
even
yeah, it
there?
happened after
Or-
that."
Or Iron Man, like he doesn't know anything. He doesn't know about the blip. He doesn't know about
Yeah.
Captain America or Iron Man.
Yeah, imagine
Or,
that.
like-
You're in Civil War and you come back and they're like, "Yeah, they're all dead, bro."
Like debatably, he has the worst reality shock than Captain America had to go through.
Yeah,
It's like
for
it's
real.
pretty similar. Yeah, everybody
Like when he
knows
went
is
down,
dead.
aliens weren't real.
Oh yeah,
Like,
the
fuck,
Avengers
poor
happened.
dude.
Aliens were real.
Oh yeah, well, not like they weren't as interactive as they are now, though.
I mean, they invaded Earth.
Yeah,
Yeah, but,
you
you
don't
know,
remember that
that's
whole
true.
New York thing.
No, that's fair.
But
Kinda.
from his view, he so he never woke up from the hospital. Then I guess.
I don't know.
Maybe?
That
Yeah.
nothing's been confirmed or denied or anything, but it did look like
it really
he had
depends.
the hospital gown on from Civil War. So
When
I
they
don't
make
know.
the switch, depends how I feel about it.
Yeah, there's going to need to be more on that because if he missed Iron Man's death, that sucks so much.
Yeah, and then all those scenes at the funeral with him with like Pepper and
They
all
mean
them.
nothing.
Yeah, that would be so crazy. Could you imagine that Skrull's just faking that whole time?
Here's the thing that upsets me about that. Like, let's say it is Civil War that he was swapped. I feel like
Mhm.
this is totally a retroactive change, not a planned thing.
No,
I feel like
absolutely.
when they were making it, they're like, "That's Rhodey," and now they're like, "All right, let's make Rhodey a Skrull." That would be kind of wild. Not like they planned it from before.
Yeah,
I feel like that's why they didn't directly say when he was taken, because they're going to leave it for someone else to figure out.
yeah. And I want to know, like, there's so much I still don't understand. Like Ross was in there. You remember you saw Ross? He was with Rhodey.
Mhm.
Yeah,
When did he get taken? Like because he was with the Wakandans. So like, does that mean that there's Skrulls in Wakanda too? Like, what the heck's going on?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, it's just
I
weird
also
that
feel
they
like-
didn't answer any of that.
One thing I don't understand is why didn't they chop off fingers more in that show?
Right?
Just to prove people, like,
Or even
prove
just make
identities.
them bleed. They bleed different color.
Yeah, like there's so many different ways of verification, and they
I
were
mean,
just like, not.
only a few people knew that Skrulls were even on Earth. Like Captain Marvel, Fury, and then by the end of it, the one British lady knew. But other than that, nobody else
president
really
knew.
knew.
Here,
Yeah, the president
this
found out
I
in the
hated-
show, though.
I hated how the president responded
to what?
to like to the Skrulls and
Oh
like
yeah, the
declaring
president
war on them
basically
at the
started
end.
World War III.
Because like it doesn't make sense. Like the Skrull, like does he know like a Skrull was involved in saving his life?
Yes.
And
Yeah,
like,
he does
so
know
he
that.
just was like, fuck that, and like there's only bad ones.
Just didn't feel realistic.
Like it doesn't feel like how anyone with a thought process would respond.
Yeah.
Also,
And-
I feel like
because in
someone would in the fucking government would be like, "Yo, bro, nah, that ain't it."
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Especially after you like your number one advisor was revealed to be a Skrull.
Yeah, exactly.
You'd
Right.
be like, damn, I don't know.
I just feel
It
like
is-
the show didn't accomplish anything. Fury ends up going back into space, and there's still
With his
a
wife.
huge threat of the Skrulls and everything going on. Like, if anything, he made the situation worse.
By
Well,
like
coming
revealing
down.
the
is-
Skrulls.
what's lame to me is I feel like it should have been something that was planned more, where like there was hints in movies, like very minor hints of who might be a Skrull. So when you get to the show, you have your theories.
Yeah, it feels shoehorned in like really bad.
I think it was supposed to come out after something else, but I could be wrong.
I don't
I'm
know.
not sure.
At
I
least
think it was
originally.
always planned on being a show, but I don't know.
But I feel like there's something supposed to come before this show. But
They are
I don't
building
remember.
towards like there's only some good things that I do like that they're building towards. They're building towards like the whole Dark Reign like event that happened in the comics, which is basically when everybody hates superheroes and like superpowered people. So like that's kind of happening right now, where they have like vigilantes on the street just shooting random people because everybody thinks they're Skrulls and stuff.
That's actually
then-
pretty cool.
Yeah, so like this president is
Again, just
almost-
bleed people.
Yeah, this president is almost certainly not going to be the president. He's going to like either get what's it called?
I'm like,
He either
that's
won't
another thing.
he either won't get reelected, and then Thaddeus Ross from the Hulk movies, remember Thunderbolt Ross?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's going to be
Yeah.
the president. So they're setting him up to be president, and then he'll be like Red Hulk, and then they'll have like the whole Dark Avengers and the Thunderbolts and all that stuff,
So,
which would be like the
like, all
ground
the
level.
president has to say is, we have an alien invasion. They can shapeshift. If they bleed and their blood is blue, they're alien. Like,
I guess
announce
it's
how
easier
to,
said
like,
than done. So you're
identify
just going to
them.
go around and cut everyone you see.
well, you can
It's
like
better than
walk
shooting
around
them
with
in
like,
the face.
yeah, you could walk around with like a finger pricker and be like, people need to see who you are. You
Yeah,
poke your
like they
finger and
used
bleed
like
a
they
bit.
used to check our vaccine cards. They could just be like,
Yeah.
I guess there is better
Like,
ways to go about this.
And in the MCU, with the scientific advancements they have, I'm sure there's a way to make people painlessly bleed to see the color of their blood, instead of
Yeah.
resulting to just shooting randos in the
just
street.
killing them.
yeah,
Like there's zero thought process behind everything.
yeah, I agree. Everybody's just freaking
And-
out, and then they're killing
and I
people
feel
that
like you
aren't
should
even
point-
Skrulls
yeah.
and stuff. Yeah,
Like these are things you should point out. Like I feel like these are just
He said-
logical
he
errors
said,
in writing.
Someone throw this on the news.
I don't know. Like it's like if you're gonna write something, like write it so there's like logical consistencies and
yeah, exactly.
At least
don't
come
like
up with an
because you have
excuse
to,
why
like-
they can't.
yeah, or exactly be like, oh, it'd be I don't know anything.
yeah, just give us
Be
some
smart
sort of
like
an
there's
excuse.
yeah, like I hate when you're watching a movie and you're seeing something happen on your screen and it's just like there's so many better ways to handle this instead
yeah,
of just straight up killing someone.
it doesn't help
to
again that they only had 6 episodes to go through this like major world-ending event. So like
Okay,
that sucks too.
To me, the worst part is that Gorla is now the strongest in the verse.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
how
she's
that's. How do you work around that? Like, what do
how do
you
you?
do?
Yeah, no conflict ever matters with her.
Unless they just say that she's like weaker version of everyone else's powers. Maybe
Yeah,
that
that
could
feels
fix
like such
it.
a cop out
dilutes
too,
everything.
though.
No,
Like,
but
how
even
did she
then,
kill
like,
him
if you
anyway?
have every superpower, even if it's half of what everyone has, it's still good luck. Like
Like, how did she
Mhm.
kill him? Because Captain Marvel survived like a direct blast from the Power Stone to her chest, and nothing happened. Gaia shoots Gravik in the chest with like a photon blast, and he just disintegrates.
well, maybe since they're the same power being, that they're able to take each other out.
I have no idea, but again,
I don't-
that's
see,
another
again,
thing that's not
like-
explained.
Exactly, and there's no Like, it's dumb. You have to be stupid to watch this because you just have to suppress all of your inner thoughts. Just have to be silenced, and you just have to sit there and just observe what you're watching and nothing
enjoy
else.
the colors.
Yeah, be quiet and consume content and don't
enjoy
question
this
anything.
battle.
You like superheroes?
Yeah,
Here, she has
the
every
CGI
power.
fuck fest of the end of the movie, or the end of the show.
It literally feels like when some kid grabs his action figures and like rips off the coolest pieces and then just
Yes.
sticks them
just
together.
fucking make some abomination.
And it feels like they thought it was cool too, but it wasn't cool at all.
Yeah, a show about Nick Fury. The final fight didn't even have Nick Fury in it.
Yeah, but biggest disappointment of the TV shows for me by far. I hated this show so much.
I think I've now liked it less than I even thought before.
This show will always be bad. And now the MCU has to work to try and make things make sense because of this show. So like the Dark Reign stuff, they got to do some major legwork to try and explain away what the hell is going on with Rhodey. Is Gaia literally invincible?
Girl,
why is the
they
president...
They better answer all
We're
my
gonna have to
questions.
watch a Spider-Man movie of him just stopping like randos from murdering each other.
Yeah, why can't we just make people bleed just to see the color?
And the thing is Secret Invasion
that's smart
in the
enough for
comics,
that. Chop off their finger.
in the comics, like we didn't even get any of the heroes like getting replaced, and like there was none of that. Unless they do it in a movie later, but I don't know how they're ever going to do that.
I mean, the Skrulls are still around, so
yeah, they're still around. But
Fury didn't do shit, and then he left.
Yeah, I want to know what the purpose of the show was, because nothing was done. Fury still leaves. He came back to Earth for a little bit, left things in probably worse condition than they were, and just left.
Well, actually, he said he was going to go do peace talks against the
the Kree?
Help the Skrulls find. Yeah, the Kree. Remember?
Well, by the time he gets back, all the Skrulls will be dead.
He should have done that before he made things worse. That should have been his first move.
Yeah, he should have gone down.
Or maybe in the last 40 years, he's been doing nothing.
He should have been like, hey, I'm talking peace. Just wait another bit. Instead of, just going to space and hiding and not saying anything.
Yeah, I don't know. It was crazy. All right, I think that's enough of... let me give... This is just... I don't even know if this is worth it, but give me your score out of 10 for the show.
0.
Both of you.
Can I go negative?
No.
It's definitely not negative.
Yeah, it's not negative.
2. I'll go 1. Actually, 2.
Mine's a 4.
I'd probably give it a 3 or a 4
show.
also. But I really disliked it. A 1 is unwatchable. The first couple episodes are
okay. So then 2.
Yeah, so I'd give it a 3 or a 4, but it's pretty shit.
It's better if you just suppress your higher thinking.
Yeah,
or
that's
any
hard,
thinking.
The less you think, the better it is.
That's so true. Yeah. All right, so let's
I was
go.
thinking about.
Let's go to let's rank this as far as where it falls in order with the rest of the MCU Disney Plus shows. Who wants to go first, or should I?
You've seen them all, so you go first.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I want to go second.
This is my Disney Plus MCU shows ranking. At number, should I start at number 1 or should I start at the bottom?
You always start at the bottom.
Okay, let me start. I'll start at the bottom. I have, drum roll please, Secret Invasion. I thought it was the worst one.
What a surprise.
That might be controversial to some people, but I thought it was so bad. I won't even talk about it.
I think it's reasonable to be at the bottom. It's not my bottom, but I could see it being there.
Yeah. Okay. And now, so that's, let me see. How many shows is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's number 9. So number 8, this is a show that I just personally don't like the style and everything, and it just felt unnecessary to me, but that's What If. I don't think it's bad, but just my personal taste, I just don't really like it.
Didn't add too much.
That's one I haven't seen, so I couldn't say anything.
If you're not going to see one,
If.
that's the one not to see. It's not bad. It's just personally not my preference.
It was
number
cool to see alternative.
Yeah, it has interesting things. Season 2 comes out, I think, the beginning of next year. So
That's exciting. I'm excited for that.
What if Secret Invasion was good?
Yeah, that should be episode 1 of What If Season 2.
Yeah.
Okay, number
Like a miracle.
7. This one's sad for me because I really like Iman Vellani, but I have Miss Marvel at number 7. I think we kind of all agree. Like the show starts off pretty good, first 2 or 3 episodes.
I haven't
but
seen
then,
it.
Oh well, Sebastian's seen it. But then once they go to like, I think they go to Pakistan. I'm not sure where they go. But I feel like it just gets too hectic, and I liked all the stuff back home in New Jersey and all that stuff that was going on with her relationships with her friends and all of that. But yeah, so once it went overseas, it kind of like took a step down for me, and then they try to wrap it all up again at the end super quick like all the other shows, and it's just a big CGI mess.
Yeah, you would think after making so many shows, they'd figure out how to write a show and not feel clustered.
Yeah, right. Number, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 6. This is probably controversial because people have this towards the top of their lists, but I got Moon Knight number 6. There's like super epic moments in Moon Knight and like super badass scenes and things like that, but I think story-wise, it suffers kind of like from some of the same issues as Miss Marvel. Like it just goes all over the place, and then you're like hopping around the world. And it's like the shorter character moments that are good.
And you go to like other realms.
Yeah, that stuff I didn't mind because it was
you go
like
to the
focused.
dot, which is kind of different.
Yeah, that's actually kind of cool. I didn't
It's like
mind
going
that.
to Asgard.
Yeah, or it's like going to Valhalla in Asgard.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, but Oscar Isaac's performance is good. The villain is not great, and then again, it's a big CGI kaiju fight at the end. So,
Welcome to Marvel.
yeah, I didn't like the ending again. Number 5, middle of the pack, I have Hawkeye. Hawkeye.
That's blasphemy.
Yeah, I actually do like Hawkeye. It's better than what my ranking says, I think, but I just like the other shows more that are coming up. But Hawkeye's good. It's Christmas story, like a lot of family moments between Clint and his kids, and then Clint and Kate Bishop. I think Kate Bishop does really good. Haley Steinfeld is cool. I think I actually like her as taking on the mantle of Hawkeye. I think she nails it and does a good job. Who else? Yelena Belova's in the show. I think she does a good job. I liked Hawkeye in general. Only thing, again, I didn't like was the ending. I didn't like the stuff with Kingpin. It became like too fantastical, and he's just like punching holes through walls and stuff. And mainly because I remembered Kingpin from the Daredevil shows, so like I was expecting that, but then he just became like, I don't know, it was just weird. Number 4, controversial, I have She-Hulk. I don't hate on
too high for me personally.
I don't hate on She-Hulk as much as other people. I actually liked it. I thought it's
I
fun
missed
and
it.
funny, and
It suffers from the same thing that Secret Invasion suffers for, in my opinion.
what, to turn the
Illogical.
brain off?
Yeah.
That's the thing,
Just to
though.
turn your brain off.
This is the difference between the Secret Invasion
You know
and
what my
She-Hulk
problem?
for me.
Okay.
Let me
Tell
finish
me.
just the quick thought.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Secret Invasion, I'm going into it and I'm thinking, okay, this is a spy thriller. I got to think. I got to like, who's the Skrull? What's going on? How are they going to figure
you
this
don't
out?
think.
And then it's just a complete shit show. You don't think about anything and nothing makes sense. She-Hulk, I'm going into it. Okay, this is obviously it's a joke. It's supposed to be funny. It's a comedy. I'm not supposed to take it serious. I'm just going to turn my brain off and enjoy it. And then I did that and I actually enjoyed it.
Okay. So, my thing with She-Hulk is that the writers have gone on record and said that they have never read a comic. And they know nothing about writing like law dramas.
Okay.
And I just don't feel like that's a good combination for a superhero that's also a lawyer. Right?
I
Okay,
don't know. I
that's a
haven't
fair
seen it.
critique. That is a fair critique. If you didn't like the courtroom
Like-
stuff, I can get behind that. a
Courtroom
little
stuff
bit.
wasn't good.
If you wanted it to be more serious, I can get behind that.
And plus I feel like, so I don't know much about She-Hulk, admittedly, but I did look into it, and there's like a huge like fan base of She-Hulk, like goers.
Oh, I
And
bet.
another thing about that is that they're like 90% male. So then
Yeah,
when you
not a
make
surprise.
no, it's not a surprise. But then when you turn around and make a show that just like fuck you to your like most viewed audience, it's not a surprise that people hate it.
I'm sure that She-Hulk has many fans shared with Shiva from Mortal Kombat.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably true.
And I feel like She-Hulk also kind of ruined Daredevil for me.
No, I don't think it ruined Daredevil at all. I thought they actually did good with the Daredevil stuff. He actually became more like that CGI stuff. I actually didn't mind. I like when Daredevil is like extremely acrobatic and flipping around and doing like crazy things like that.
Yeah.
And I like the suit. Good callback to the original comic suit. That was cool.
Yeah.
And then She-Hulk in the comics, like she sleeps with everybody. So like the fact that her and Daredevil hooked up, it was like, that's just
true.
what she does. So like I didn't mind any of that stuff. It got a little deep with the revenge porn though. That was crazy.
What?
If you saw the show, you would know. Yeah, it's pretty insane. But and then I like the ending of She-Hulk too. I like the whole meta thing. She actually goes outside of the show, and then they have the whole like joke about Kevin Feige and everything. I thought that was super good.
I don't like that.
And it ended up not being a super CGI fight, which I thought it was going to be. And it actually acknowledged the fact that all the other shows do that by starting it like that, and then they're like, "Psych, we're not doing that."
But I don't feel like being aware of it makes it better.
I thought it did because that's
like,
exactly how She-Hulk is in the comics. She literally breaks the fourth wall all the time.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like being aware of like how bad things are and make it an excuse for it being bad.
Oh, I don't think it makes an excuse for the other stuff being bad. But if you're able to acknowledge it, I mean, and then make a show that acknowledges it and then doesn't do that, I mean, I think that's a step in the right direction.
I guess. I don't know. I just have a different opinion on it in general.
Yeah. I mean, your critiques are fair. I can see how that would be annoying.
Like, I don't know. Like, I think so I've rewatched Iron Man 1 last week, right?
Yeah.
Because I needed to watch something good. And I feel like nowadays, like Marvel just isn't like the same seriousness, and it's like a comedy, and I don't like that. I don't feel like that's always appropriate.
I mean, they've always been.
There's a time and a place to be funny.
Yeah, I think they've usually had a good balance.
They've been
but
too
lately,
funny recently.
Yeah, I can agree. I guess.
And it's hard to, especially when you're introducing new characters. It's kind of hard to get behind them when they're just like they don't go through anything serious.
It's
like
not.
She-Hulk,
It's not even that.
He didn't really have like a. There, no one goes through a hero's journey. I feel like anymore.
I think part of it too is you're already at a disadvantage because these new characters are replacements for already liked characters. It's not like they're their own thing.
So but the problem is the way they replace them is that they just slot them in and say they're better than this other than the old character in every way, and then they move on. But there's no like trial and tribulation. There's no hardship and lessons learned.
I think that's why Hawkeye does it good. I think that's why Kate Bishop is good.
My list will make sense.
Yeah.
To you then.
All right, I'm gonna move on with my list.
Yeah, let's keep moving.
Number 3, another controversial one: Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Garbage.
I didn't
see it.
I didn't mind Falcon and Winter Soldier. I liked a lot of the stuff that was going on in that. I liked U.S. Agent, and
I did like U.S.
Sam.
Agent.
I really like Sam, and Bucky is always good. Sebastian Stan's always good. So that one, I don't get the hate with that one, really. That one doesn't make sense to me.
The only thing I know about that is a clip of the Falcon saying, "You need to do better, Senator."
Then they're like, "How?"
His speech at the end was good. I liked his speech.
Yeah, but
I didn't.
Yeah, I feel like people had problems with that speech.
It wasn't I didn't even think it was as like progressive and crazy as it was. He just asked people to be accountable.
But can I be honest?
Yeah.
I don't really feel like politics have a place in media, or at least as directly as they've been doing it recently.
Depends I think what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Like what the movie is about.
It depends on
what
the media or what the medium of the media is too.
Yeah.
Because you can tell very compelling and deep stories that have strong political issues and things going on.
And it's all about how you write it.
Yeah, like look at it this way.
They're writing it subtly.
Look at it this way.
I agree with you with that. I agree with you.
Like,
if you're saying politics don't belong in media, look at it this way. Something that I consider to be very good and like mainstream good, Attack on Titan is totally a political based anime.
Yeah. No, that's not what I'm That's not what I meant. What I meant is that there should be.
I understand what you're saying.
There should be it should be like an effort and a craft around it.
Yes.
Versus just shoehorning it in the middle of like a script.
That I do agree with.
To check off boxes and stuff.
Yes,
that's my problem.
Exactly. They just like
I feel like they're just trying to hit a quota.
We checked whatever other boxes and all of this stuff, and
exactly because you can go like to a level of like having politics in it that are actually like helpful to the real world. Like I said, Attack on Titan, and that show is, at least this last season's been kind of whatever, but in general, good show. Yeah, very heavy on politics, but
Doctor Who,
it's good.
Like the older stuff, the stuff I like, they brought up politics all the time, but they did it in a way that didn't feel like it was like it didn't feel out of place to hear.
Yeah.
Sorta, I don't think makes sense. It felt natural.
Yeah,
part of the conversation.
I don't think Falcon and Winter Soldier is like too overtly like put it in your face.
I have no idea.
They definitely take their moments, but I don't think it's horrible.
That wasn't even my problem with it. I just thought it was pretty boring.
That's fair, but
okay, moving on. Number 2, I think the top 2 everybody's probably going to agree. Top 2.
Nope.
I don't.
Number 2 is WandaVision. I
disagree.
Me too.
Love WandaVision. I think WandaVision's this one and my number 1 flip-flop. So
I don't think you can defend Wanda as a character.
I mean, I think her character arc is very believable.
She literally had people begging for their life.
I know, and it's such a dark turn.
They didn't talk
about
that. And they were like, it's okay, you fixed it. That's okay.
No,
you're fine.
It was definitely not okay. Everybody in the town
she had no accountability.
Her. She literally
they hated
left.
her. So what? Exactly, she left.
Okay, to be fair,
you can't put her
if someone
in jail.
did that to you, what would you do? I would just be like, okay, leave, please. Oh God, don't do it again.
Yeah,
just get out of here.
The whole thing is she had a mental break. She's like mentally unstable.
So if I have a mental break and like kidnap and torture people, and
the only difference is when you have a mental break,
you're
still just a regular person that can't do it.
But she was aware of it. She found out what was happening, undid the spell. The lady was like, please just kill me. And she put the spell back on.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree that she's a bad guy. But here's the thing you have to keep in mind, Bert. No one can stop her. So they're just like, please leave. They're like, please get out of here. Because if you stay, you're going to kill us.
Well, now they could stop her because they have the ultimate being that will technically
have
her DNA too.
Gorilla could beat her now.
Wanda might still be able to beat her.
Gorilla have magic?
No,
I don't think
no,
maybe
because
if you just...
it's not.
She doesn't have Wanda.
It's not in her DNA.
Oh, that's true, actually.
Don't they have the blood of like everyone that was there?
Yeah, but it's like magic in her, not in her. It's not like she was born with it.
Yeah, well, Wanda
because Wanda in the other... Yeah.
Wanda's
because in the other multiverses, she has her powers still. So it's not like a...
Yeah, but her like god tier powers she got from the Darkhold, didn't she?
Yeah, she gets that
the
from
Darkhold corrupted her. But it's really
it unlocks more of her abilities because the person that created the Darkhold is the same being that gave her the chaos magic.
So then, for the other girl to be that strong, she would also need the Darkhold,
and she would need to have some sort of relationship with that being. Yeah, but regardless,
I don't know.
Yeah, but regardless,
I agree with you that she's bad, Bert. I'm just saying you can't really do anything.
No, you can't do anything, but like I don't know. Then I'm thinking of like Multiverse of Madness, and it was like Doctor Strange was like, you put it right, it's okay. Like, no, it's not.
The problem I have with Multiverse of Madness, and apparently you guys disagree with me, I feel like it's the same plot as WandaVision. She's bad, she's good. She's bad, she's good.
I don't think it's the same. I think
again, if you apply any thought to it, Multiverse of Madness should have gone with Wanda finding America, being like, hey, I don't have children in this world. Can you help me find a multiverse where I'm dead and I can just slide into my kid's life and give them a mom again? Instead of, killing my duplicate in another universe and joining in on that life.
Kidnapping the
killing
kids.
My kid's actual mother.
Yeah, I mean, there's some things that...
And then if you make the argument that the Darkhold did that, you can just say, well, it just amplified what was already there. So, like, I don't know.
I mean, the Darkhold is a mysterious thing that we can't really understand.
Yeah, I don't know. I
mean,
just don't like it when you can think about it
that.
and like point things out and then just be like, I guess I can't, like, this isn't true because
Yeah, there's definitely, it's got its
hate-
plot holes, but it's not the worst thing ever. All right, number one,
and then,
I have Loki. I think Loki's probably the most well put together of the shows. It's like
I like
coherent
Loki.
and makes sense, and like you can question things, and it gives you like explanations and things. And it's one of the more complicated like ideas with the time traveling and everything, and it actually answers the questions like fairly well.
I haven't seen it in a while, but I remember watching it and thinking, wow, this is fucking stupid. So that's a good sign.
Why is that
Yeah.
what?
Because I did that with, like,
Oh, you said
Secret
don't.
Invasion.
I thought you.
Yeah, I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't,
gotcha.
like, yeah.
All right, is it my turn?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, bottom of the barrel. Probably only because I haven't seen She-Hulk, but for me, the bottom is Falcon and the Winter Soldier. The political stuff wasn't like the main reason for me, though. I just felt like nothing happened for most of it. It was just a lot of people talking.
Yeah.
Then second after that, or I guess not second, but above that, Secret Invasion. We already went through why for that one.
Yeah, we don't got to hit that again.
Then I go up to Miss Marvel. Now, even though I have this pretty low on my list, and even though it's not the bottom, to me, this one is the most disappointing of all of them because I loved the first two episodes so much. After the first two episodes, I was like, this is my favorite one. This is awesome. And
I
then,
think I agree with you on that.
It got ripped away.
yeah, then it was like, you're having too much fun. And then it beat me down into the dumpster.
Yeah, that's how I feel about that one and Moon Knight. I have similar feelings to both of those, but more so with Ms. Marvel.
Ms. Marvel was so sad for me because of that. Like, it was there literally was a time it was my favorite one. I was like, I hope this stays this hype. It did not.
That sucks.
Yeah, that's tragic.
Above that, I have WandaVision. This is like a middle one for me. It was all right. I don't really like the beginning, but I thought the magic fights were pretty cool. It was
Think about
decent.
it. Agatha was actually the good guy in that show.
I guess. Like, I don't want to get you on another WandaVision.
Yeah, don't.
Rant.
I'll get riled up again.
To me, it's just a middle of the road one, though.
Yeah, I mean,
Right
I guess you
above
could say if
that-
Agatha takes Wanda's powers, like all of the problems are solved.
Yeah, she doesn't wipe out Karj Matal or whatever it's called.
Sabotage.
Yeah, whatever. You know what I mean.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't
She killed everyone there. Like, that's like, she's a murderer.
I
And
don't
people were
care.
defending her.
Let me move
I think
on.
by the end of that, nobody was defending her. But okay, move on.
Moon Knight above WandaVision. I just thought
Moon Knight
it
was
was
pretty good.
like the most different, so I was like, it's pretty cool, you know. Above that, Loki. I always liked Loki. Like even before his show, he was one of my favorite characters, so it was just nice to see more of him.
Yeah.
Top tier of the list. Changed
This
my
one is
whole
crazy
view
to me.
on a character. Hawkeye
Not to
is
me.
such a good show.
I like Hawkeye.
Hawkeye is
I'm glad
so
you guys
good.
like Hawkeye though because of this. So I'm glad for the difference in opinion, even if I don't agree. But still,
To me, Hawkeye is like in a league of its own. Like, you have like
Okay,
the
let's
Marvel
relax now.
shows, and then you have Hawkeye, which is actually a good show, not just like a
I
good
agree.
Marvel show.
I'm amazed that you both actually like it that much.
Me too,
Yeah.
because I didn't care about Hawkeye at all. I didn't watch Hawkeye until after Miss Marvel, because I was like, what other Disney Plus shows are out now? Hawkeye? I don't really like that
Well, it
guy,
felt
but
like-
whatever.
I like when I was like, all the characters had like stakes.
Yeah, and she's
You
hot.
did you guys like Kate Bishop?
True.
Yeah,
Yes.
she's hot.
Yes, I did.
She's my favorite replacement.
Yeah. At least so far.
I hope
Yeah.
that she gets a bigger role than Hawkeye had, though, because she's super cool.
I hope they do a Young Avengers team with her, Miss Marvel, and all of like the younger characters. Cassie Lang.
The
Ant-Man's
younger
daughter.
Avengers, if you will. She's probably the worst of the new ones, to be honest, Cassie.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know. Never mind.
I don't know. Cassie's just
Point is, Hawkeye's the best one, in my opinion. Great show. Bert, your turn to
Okay.
start ranting.
So in my head, these two are tied. But starting from the bottom, it's She-Hulk. Then it's Secret Invasions.
Okay. Invasion.
WandaVision.
It's not multiple invasions, but yeah.
Okay, Secret Invasion. Moon Knight. No, sorry. WandaVision. Moon Knight. What If. Loki and Hawkeye.
Okay.
Let's go. He's a Hawkeye.
You have
he's
What
a
If up
Hawkeye
there.
lover.
I'm surprised you have What If that
I
high.
liked What If because it was cool. It was just cool to see the different, like what happened if Doctor Strange went dark, or what happens if this, like Marvel Zombies.
Oh, Marvel
I read the
Zombies episode
comic.
was top tier. I loved that one.
Like that was in there. It was just cool.
If you ever get a chance, read the Marvel
What Ifs.
Zombies comics. They're so good.
I did.
Oh, you did?
Yes,
Oh, wow. Then those are so good. I love those.
I know.
You
Look,
like them?
What's important here is we have
I
another
did.
Hawkeye enjoyer.
Yeah, you guys
Yes,
are big
Hawkeye was
Hawkeye
so
stands.
good.
You might be the only ones.
Because she goes through a hero's journey.
Not only
He
that,
starts off-
but it even
he
makes
starts off
Hawkeye
pretty-
himself better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like there's no
Oh my
there's
God.
no downing another character like in She-Hulk when they're like, "Fuck you, Bruce Banner. Your problems didn't matter."
I agree. Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah.
Like they just, I don't know. And then even in like, trying to think of another
Well,
replacement.
I
Oh,
think
I saw
the
a
cool part
TikTok
about it
the
is
other
that
day.
she's not even better than him by the end of the movie, but she's on her
Yeah.
way
yeah,
so-
exactly. She started off.
or end of the show.
Yeah, she went like she had a training arc. Like she went to like she got into archery.
Yeah, like
You
she
saw
showed
her like
potential.
join a team. You saw her like train. You saw her like start winning competitions and stuff
It
and
comes
becoming
back to
really
the-
good at
It
archery.
comes back to the writing part of it that you guys mentioned before. Like they just
Yes,
they
because-
explain things and they make it make sense.
Because they show it, when they introduce a new character, they give me a reason why I should care about this character and why I should care about like how good they are or whatever.
Yeah. I thought
Also,
it was a little
like
funny.
one of the more grounded ones. Not all this crazy stuff happening.
I thought it was a little funny though, like baby Kate Bishop standing outside in the middle of the Avengers battle, and she's just standing
Yeah.
there. She just
Well, I mean,
so
what else
happened to
would
see
you do?
Hawkeye flying out the window.
Yeah, like good thing she didn't see Hulk or something, and I want to do that.
Well, then the argument can be made that she happened to be there purely by coincidence, and then like I don't know, you can just be like,
Could have
What
been
if
someone
Iron
else
Man-
then, you know.
yeah, exactly.
No, yeah, that
Could've
one's
been someone else.
you can accept that. Yeah, that's not a big deal. But I just thought
Like
it
it
was funny.
just was pure coincidence stance, and that kind of would make sense if there's chaos in a battle. And
Yeah, I can live with that. I just think it's funny.
I also
Yeah.
feel like it's the only time that we get to see like an Avenger, OG Avenger, actually like having a reaction to the past. Because like obviously, you
Yeah, and,
know,
like, going
Iron
through
Man and Captain America are gone, so we're not going to see that. But like
You
Hulk,
see a little
he's
bit of it
around
with Sam.
sometimes, and he doesn't really mention
yeah,
anything about anyone. You know.
Yeah, missed opportunity in She-Hulk. They literally just brush over it when he's at like they have the little Science Bros joke about him and Tony. That's about it.
that was another thing. I didn't like how they kept bringing up if Captain America was a virgin.
I thought that was funny.
In She-Hulk. I just thought it was unnecessary.
Turns out he's not.
I mean, obviously, it's America's ass. You think that would stay untapped?
What?
Fair point. Fair point. Okay, I think that wraps up the MCU Disney Plus shows list ranking section of our
You gotta
video.
watch one. Watch Hawkeye.
Yeah, I guess that's
Agreed.
the moral of the story here.
All the others suck if you apply any thought to it.
I
Yeah.
mean, some are okay. Loki's decent.
They're actually, yeah, that's
Yeah.
a lie.
Moon Knight's
I'd say
okay.
they're
Some
pretty
enjoyable.
half and half.
Yeah,
What
I
if's
agree.
cool if you just want to see like a spectacle happen and like a bunch of short stories.
All right, we're gonna shift gears now. Major shift. I don't really have a good segue into this because now we're talking about.
Well,
I
I
have
mean,
a
you can
good
say how
segue.
every
You were
Marvel
talk-
ends with a big kaiju
Yeah, you were talking
fight.
about giant kaiju fights.
Okay, great. That's our segue. Kaiju fights, and now we're talking about Godzilla.
Never
Yes.
heard of him.
Yeah, so
What is
there's a
that?
little bit of
Is that
Godzilla
like the-
news going on. There is a new
Oh, I
Godzilla
sent
movie.
this to them.
Doesn't Godzilla have a son that talks?
Yeah, Sunzilla.
I forget his name actually, but anyway,
I'm gonna Google it.
it's
One second.
the Japanese studio. It's like Munya or something like that. Munya, something like that.
So you do remember?
Yeah, but I can't. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. Anyway, the Japanese studio, the creators of Godzilla, Toho, are making a new Godzilla movie. It's
The
a
Pokemon?
reboot. It's a reboot of the franchise. So it's called Godzilla Minus One. Takes place like shortly after World War II.
Well, it's a reboot of the franchise, but it's also a different verse from the...
Yes, separate
Kong
from
stuff.
the
So
American.
so it's like a complete reboot.
Yeah, separate from the American Godzilla MonsterVerse with King Kong and Godzilla and King of the
so
Monsters.
there's two
and stuff.
concurrent ones.
Yeah, so we have our American one, and then we have the Japanese one that they're rebooting it now. And it's a World War II film type of thing. Lots of atomic bomb parallels with Godzilla and like his origin and all of that stuff, which was like when Godzilla first came out in the I want to say 40s. Can't remember, but it like harkens back to a lot of those old Godzilla themes. So.
Bert was telling me that his favorite Godzilla design is Shin Godzilla.
What is your
What?
guys' actual favorite Godzilla designs? Which ones do you
The
guys have? One?
Godzilla 2000.
Though
Yeah.
the really, I don't remember the movies, but they were the ones that you used to have on DVD.
Okay, those are the 90s. Those are like Godzilla 90s.
Those are the ones
Godzilla
I remember the
2000 is
most.
that's the one with the flatter head, right? The 2000 one?
You talking about the one that with like the red scales? Is that what you're talking
I
about?
don't, the way I'm naming them is only the names I remember them having in the Godzilla Destroy All Monsters game. This one was called Godzilla 2000.
Okay, yeah, that is the one with the red scales. He's not around very much though. That he's like a one-off.
Well, that's my favorite one.
That is a good one. Mine is like the early 2000s Godzilla's like Godzilla Final Wars. I don't know if you've seen that movie, you would know. It's like one of the better Godzilla movies because it actually focuses on the monsters and not the people.
Bert, look up
I
Shin
haven't.
Godzilla real quick.
Yeah, Shin Godzilla, for anybody that doesn't know, is the last Godzilla
That's gotta
movie
be the worst
created
one.
by the Japanese company.
Worst design, I mean.
What am I
The
looking
design,
at?
the design is really strange, but the movie's not bad. The movie isn't bad,
The toys.
but the
The design is
he literally
so
starts
bad.
off. He starts off as like a worm, and he like evolves into full-grown Godzilla.
Oh yeah,
And-
there's an evolution video on YouTube.
Yeah, it's very strange. And I don't like that design at all. It's my least
Oh,
favorite.
he has like arms and legs at some point, like human arms and stuff.
Yeah,
That's
he's weird.
wild.
That's gross.
Anyway, Godzilla Minus One comes out December 1st. We're definitely going to watch that. There's a
what
bunch
does
of
the minus
Godzilla
one-
things going on.
Why is it minus
like a
one?
prequel.
I'm not sure.
Who
It
knows,
could be because
actually?
it's like a reboot type of thing, prequel happening in the past. I'm not sure why. I haven't done like any research
Find
on
out.
it other than I watched the trailer that you sent.
Right.
But yeah, first Japanese Godzilla movie since Shin Godzilla.
That's cool.
Reboot of the Japanese franchise. Let's see. The MonsterVerse, that's the American Godzilla universe with King Kong and those movies.
Aren't they bringing in more monsters too?
Yeah, that MonsterVerse thing is gonna. They have like a bunch of plans that they're
I'm actually
trying to set
excited for
up.
that because I am a huge fan of like monsters. Not really kaiju monsters, so it's going to be a little different. But
Didn't
I-
Universal
I'm a big fan of
Monsterverse
monsters.
fail?
Yeah, epically.
Yeah, it
But
did.
hopefully this one goes better.
Yeah, this
Fingers
one.
crossed.
I hope so. It's so far so good. We've gotten some decent movies out of the MonsterVerse with the original Godzilla, Godzilla King of the Monsters, Godzilla vs. Kong, and Kong Skull
I
Island.
thought Godzilla vs. Kong was okay.
Yeah, it's not the best
Godzilla
one.
versus
in the
Kong was
verse.
only good for the fight scenes. The rest I couldn't care less for.
I also love
They have
how
some-
Kong gets his ass kicked.
I like the lore though that they have going on in that universe with like Monarch and like the
The
inner
Godzilla
Earth.
scale is like the epic
Yeah.
weapon.
That's cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting things that they could do and like introduce all kinds of new monsters and everything.
Also, the Skull Island ride at Universal, pretty good.
I
It's
actually
Islands of
don't
Adventure.
like that ride.
I didn't like it. I remember going through it and being so upset that I had to wait so long for it.
It's
Yeah,
so
I didn't
cool.
like it either.
It's like one of those ones where it's on both sides of you.
Yeah, except when you get stuck in the middle and you can't see either thing.
Yeah, that
it
would
didn't really
suck,
do
actually.
anything for me.
But even though this sucks, the like set for the line is really cool.
They do have a good
That's cool.
like entertaining line. Yeah.
As entertaining as a line can be.
I mean, the only nice thing about that line
It's
is that it's
AC'd.
inside. An AC'd.
Yeah, they do have
Yeah.
AC. That's nice.
Otherwise, I would not ever wait in that line.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, like, if it looks cool is what I'm saying. Set.
Yeah, that's true. I agree.
Yeah. Anyway, let's
I don't think
continue.
Off topic.
Yeah.
It's on topic.
The MonsterVerse stuff, a lot of stuff being planned. They have a Apple TV spin-off show that focuses on like the Monarch group. That's like the scientist group that's like studying all the monsters and like doing all the research and stuff.
That might be interesting.
Yeah, so
Hey,
it's going
am
to be
I
like
wrong here? This is a memory I have. I'm not sure if it's real. In Godzilla vs. Kong, was there a guy that talked about drinking bleach a lot?
Yeah. Oh, there's a guy that had bleach.
Yeah, I forget. He's like a conspiracy theorist or something. I forget.
Mm-hmm. I think he did it because because I think he would purify his own water because they would put something in the water that like would
Yeah,
make
For
you, like,
some
this is
reason,
this is
like that's just something I remember from that movie.
yeah. I don't think anybody wanted to hear that about that movie.
it was some weird. I don't know.
Yeah, he was a weirdo. But yeah, this Monarch spin-off show, they're supposed to be showing like how Monarch was created and like how like they originally discovered the monsters and Godzilla and stuff. And from the trailer, you can see they have I think it's Rodan flying over. They have
Yeah, it
a
is.
couple. They have a couple other like cameos from different monsters. So I'm sure that they'll be introducing different ones and new ones.
The
and stuff.
best one, which I haven't
is this?
seen him in years. I want to see Gigan.
Oh, I like Gigan.
I love Gigan.
But
Yeah,
is this
Gigan's
canon for
pretty
the
cool.
reboot that you were
No, these are different
Japanese
verses.
reboot?
Yeah. So
Oh,
let
okay.
me explain it again.
Is this
just
a
in case-
spinoff from the American one?
Yes, it's a spin-off from the American
Okay.
ones, which is the Kong versus Godzilla universe. The Kong versus Godzilla universe is its whole other universe. The new Godzilla movie that I was talking about at the beginning is a different universe.
It's
That
own
Well,
separate
there's
Okay.
also another Godzilla Kong movie coming out next year.
Yes, good point. That's another thing. They dropped a teaser a few months ago, and they show like a big, giant orangutan kaiju.
Yeah.
That
So
guy
there's
looks
two
like
different Godzilla movies coming out in the next 6 months, but both in different verses.
Correct.
Okay.
And then there's the spin-off that's in the American MonsterVerse. So a lot of Godzilla stuff is happening.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm excited for the Kong X Godzilla thing because
Yeah, I think I'm more excited for that one, but I will also see the Japanese one.
I will too.
Yeah.
I'll see them both, and I'll probably watch the spin-off show too, just because I like. The spin-off show is going to be hit or miss. If they have like an entire show about people and no kaiju and no monsters or anything, it's going to suck
Yeah,
and
that would
nobody's
be
going to
lame.
like it. Like, yeah, the lore is a little interesting, and I kind of want to know more, but like, still, show me the monsters. So I think, what else do we have about the MonsterVerse? Have you guys seen all the MonsterVerse movies?
No.
Only Godzilla versus Kong.
Wow,
Me too.
that's so disappointing.
But
gonna say we should rank
apparently
them,
you're
but-
saying they're good. I might actually watch them now.
They're not bad, yeah. They're okay.
Oh,
Especially
I
with
actually
this
did
new
see
one
Kong
coming out.
Skull Island.
I'll catch
Yeah.
up for
I
the
like
for the
Kong.
new one that's coming out. I'll catch up.
Yeah. I'll give you a quick ranking of mine of the 4 in the MonsterVerse. Number 4, I have Kong Skull Island. Number 3, I have Godzilla vs. Kong. Number 2, I have the first Godzilla. And number 1, I have Godzilla King of the Monsters. That's the one where he fights King Ghidorah.
Right.
Okay.
King Ghidorah is so badass in that one too. That one is good. And that fight is crazy. Godzilla gets like super powered up by like a radioactor, like a what's it called? A nuclear reactor. Yeah, and he goes crazy and just fucks up King Ghidorah. But yeah, those movies are not horrible. They have some parts that aren't great either, though. Like, they're not amazing movies. But if you were able to watch Kong vs. Godzilla, a couple of them are a little better than that.
Movies.
Yeah, they're not bad.
Like, those are the kind of movies I just go in to watch some like action. It's not something I go in to like,
Getting
they're
into the
enjoyable.
plot.
They're enjoyable for what they are.
It's like going to see Fast and Furious. You're going for loud car noises. You're not going for plot.
Yeah, that's true. All right, I think that covers the Godzilla stuff. I really like Godzilla. I've always been a big fan of Godzilla, even from when I was a kid. So I'm sure we'll talk about that again at some point once we see those.
Probably with the new ones.
Yeah, definitely with the new ones. And then we'll have you guys watch the old ones and see what you guys think about them. All right, we're getting towards the end of the show. Let's start to wrap up. Kind of like the thing we've always done. What have you guys been up to? Yeah, I don't have anything really. I've just been traveling a lot, so you guys will have to carry this segment on your own for most part. I'll chime in here and there, but you guys go ahead and start.
Sebastian, you want to start?
Yeah, I restarted Naruto for the 5th time.
Wow, that's breaking news.
I finished part 1 yesterday, so I'm on to Shippuden now.
Nice.
I have continued watching Zom 100 as it's been coming out, but they had a 2-week hiatus for some reason because, I don't know, I guess apparently they animate every episode in 1 week. They don't just animate them all and then put them out weekly or something, so I've been waiting.
I've actually been watching that. I don't know if you know.
Have you gotten to the... I'm not going to like spoil anything, but have you gotten to the shark episode?
RV episode. RV was my last episode.
So you haven't gotten to...
the shark.
The shark is insanely god tier animation. That was crazy good animation out of nowhere.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. That whole anime is, I would say, really well animated.
Yeah, but the shark was
that shark was built diff.
I was like, what the hell? Why did the animation just increase by like 200%? Did their budget just like skyrocket?
Well, it's a big deal.
It was crazy. Besides that, I also have continued watching Supernatural and finished it finally because
I thought you already watched that.
I was missing the last 2 seasons, and honestly, mediocre ending.
Okay.
All right.
No spoilers, but
yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Wasn't terrible, wasn't amazing. It was whatever.
When did that show even end?
2 years ago.
Wow, that show went on for a long time.
2005 to 2021.
Wow, that is a very long time.
But my biggest news, even though this only lasted me 3 days, I've been playing the new Mortal Kombat. It's my first Mortal Kombat that I've played through the full story. I've played other ones just randomly, like
I'm so excited
battling people. It was good.
That's the first game I'm playing when I get home is that.
It was good. I wouldn't say it was like a god tier game, but I'm not like a huge fighting game guy. But I thought the story was cool enough. I thought some of the voice acting was kind of weird. There was one character specifically that I was like, this person sucks.
Who was it?
Someone with wings that I forget the name of. She was like barely a character.
Oh, I don't care then.
She like came in sometimes as the support of someone else.
Gotcha. Mm. I love the Mortal Kombat universe. I'm excited to play that.
Yeah, also Sasuke voices Smoke, which I did not know, and that was awesome.
I love Smoke.
Nice surprise.
Good. Yeah, I mean, I liked the story. I thought it was pretty cool. I don't know if you want me to like say like my rating of the games so far.
Yeah, give a spoiler-free rating. Go ahead.
I've only done I played 2 games of multiplayer. I played through the
you might not even
story.
be able to give a whole review of it yet.
I can say of the story though.
Oh yeah, tell me what you thought of the story.
I would say it is a 7. I would give it a 7. But I have no knowledge of the other games, so people might be like, "Wow, this is so different.
Like compared
I hate
to the rest.
you know. But from someone who has no idea any of the lore, I liked it.
I feel like
that's
if
good.
it's a-
I think that was
because
kind of
it's
the
a reboot.
purpose of it. Yeah.
Like it's like a franchise reboot, right?
Yeah. Basically.
So it kind of has a right to be a
But
completely
it's a
different game.
lot like lighter on the reboot than I thought it would. Like it is a reboot, but it
Mhm.
also talks about the old shit a lot,
Huh.
which I guess is good because like it gives it the chance for someone like me to like go through the story and be like, oh, from these characters' point of view, I get everything. But then like from Liu Kang, he's saying stuff that I'm like, all right, man, whatever. I don't know what
I
you're
think
talking
that's
about.
probably a good thing. I think it allows the game to
Yeah,
be
because it lets like the
enjoyable.
people who have been there for 12 games not just get like robbed out of all that invested
Yeah.
time.
So I'm sure a lot of the stuff that Liu Kang talks about I will enjoy because I haven't played all the other ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think from what I could tell, obviously I don't know for sure because I don't know like the lore, but from what I could tell, it seems like a good balance of it. Like it was never so much that I was like, I have no idea what's going on.
That's good. Who's your favorite character to play as and just in general? Or maybe they're the same character, I don't know.
They're definitely different. My favorite character to play as is Sub-Zero, but I definitely don't like him as an actual character.
Okay.
My favorite character is probably, I think it's Reptile. Like in the story.
Okay,
I'm saying.
cool. A Reptile fan. That's cool.
It's either Reptile or
excited.
Johnny Cage, but I think it's Reptile.
I love Johnny Cage. I like all the Mortal Kombat cast is always really cool and interesting, and they're all unique and different. So I like the characters. Are you going to
Yeah.
continue to play it like the multiplayer, like online and like all the battle towers and things
I don't
like
know.
that?
I'll probably try the towers, but I tried online and it was like so unfun. I got like just beat down so hard. I don't know if I'm going to want to hop back in there and get destroyed without even touching people again.
I don't know if this is the case for the game because in the previous games they would have like the tower section, and you pick
Yeah,
a
that's
character
an
to play.
option.
Okay, yeah. So I'm not sure how they end, but in the older games, when you beat the tower with a character, that character had like their ending, whatever happened in universe for them.
Oh, that's
So-
sick. I'm going to have
yeah,
to try
so
one and see if I can
Try
see.
it and let me know if each character has different endings. Because that
Yeah,
was
I'll
always
definitely
something
do
really
that.
fun to do after the campaign with all the characters. And then it gives you an excuse to practice with everybody.
Yeah, I mean, some characters I absolutely freaking hate.
Yeah, so definitely try
I
the
am
tower with
not-
with a couple characters.
Yeah. I am not a fan of Shao Kahn.
Oh, fuck
He's
Shao
so
Kahn.
hard to play as.
Oh, I hate him just from Mortal Kombat 9 and him being impossible to beat.
That's it
was
for
the
me,
game,
though.
Was it hard?
Those are
Was
my
the
things.
campaign hard for you?
No, but I played on medium. I probably should have put it on hard. It has very easy, medium, hard, and very hard. I think I probably should have played it on hard because I played through the whole game and I think I only lost like twice and had to retry.
Wow, that's surprising. I remember in MK9, the Shao Kahn final fight between him and Raiden took me I died like 400 times. And I was actually good
Yeah.
at the game.
I would say for you,
at that point, I probably wasn't good at it.
I would say for you, probably try hard at least, because if I got through medium on my first ever one, pretty simple, you could probably pull off a harder difficulty.
Yeah. And online's always hard. Online was hard for me too. Like I would probably say I won like 60% of my games. Maybe.
It's more than half.
Yeah, that might be being generous though. I did get shit on a lot at times.
Yeah, well, that's it for me. Overall, I liked it. I'll pick up the next one most likely, and I'm gonna keep playing this one for a little bit too.
Cool. I want to play against
So-
you, and Bert, you should try and play it too.
Maybe. I don't really want to buy it.
All right,
It's not
what's
for full
what's
price.
new with you?
I beat Metal Hellsinger yesterday, which I don't know if you know what that is, but it's like
I've heard of it.
music. It's like rock music, rhythm FPS game. where you have to like dodge, jump, shoot, reload, all on beat to like whatever song's playing.
Okay. Yes. I actually know exactly what game it is.
So I beat that yesterday. I still have to do like challenges, but I'll do those eventually.
That's cool.
I got absolutely fucked in baseball. This baseball game.
Super Mega Baseball 4.
Yeah.
We played last night.
So it started off. So in the first inning, Sebastian got a couple points on me. I think it was 7 in the first inning.
I think I got 5 and you got 6. You started off winning.
No, I thought you did.
No, you did.
Oh. So then it was a close game pretty much through
up until
all of
like
it.
4 or 5th inning.
I think it was like the third or fourth. For some reason in that game, I don't understand how to pitch without just feeding the person the ball.
It was so funny.
I feel like I'm doing something wrong.
No, it was definitely the 6th inning because the first one we were even. No, the first one you passed me. The second one I caught up to you, and then both of us had 0 innings. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
And then we got up to the 5th one.
Yeah,
and it all fell apart. I got 27 runs on Bird in 1 inning.
And then after that, I just gave up and started I just went silent and just started spamming A, waiting for it to be over.
Wow, that's horrible.
Yeah, it really kind of put a damper on my night, but that's fine.
Bird just goes, another home run, huh?
Yeah. And then it was annoying because the cutscenes are so long and Sebastian just wouldn't skip them. So I would have to just stare. And then like the same 4 songs kept playing. And I was getting so upset.
Oh, that's funny. I wish I could have been there for that.
And then Bert's guys would just drop everything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then they couldn't fucking run or throw.
Or catch.
Terrible. Yeah, my teammates sucked.
He went to throw the ball to get me out once, and they just threw it into the stands.
Yeah, that did happen.
Oh, that's tragic.
But on a more lighter note, at least for me, I have pre-ordered 2 books.
What books?
My favorite series.
Oh, Percy Jackson?
So one of them is from Percy Jackson. It's the continuation of the Lost Hero series.
What's that?
And it's about him going to college.
Oh,
stuff.
Like the movies?
No. In the movies, technically he was in high school, but he was supposed to be in middle school.
But the guy was probably in college that was playing the role.
It takes place, so it starts off in New Rome, and it's about him trying to get to college. That's about all I know.
Interesting.
And then the other book series is called Aragon.
Oh, I know that.
I think the book is called, I can't even pronounce the name.
Like the dragon
starts
one?
with an M. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw
that movie. That's like an old-ass movie.
So, yeah, that movie also was shit. But, so in the book series, he had a brother. Like a half-brother, I think. His name started with an M, but I can't pronounce it. And I'm not going to try to pronounce it. But anyways, he's getting his own book series now, which I'm pretty excited for.
That's kind of cool. I remember I saw that movie as a kid, and I thought it was good, but it probably did suck.
The books are in such a better experience in the movies.
So it's the opposite of Percy Jackson then, where the movies are better?
No, be quiet. Yeah, the books are really good. I definitely recommend reading those if you ever need a good book
if
series.
I ever learn how to read.
Because it talks about politics and consequences and things like that. It's pretty cool.
Cool.
Deep. Yeah, but that's about it.
All right, I think that
those 2 books
wraps up our episode then, if that's everything you guys have.
That's it for me, yeah.
All right, cool. Another episode down. Episode 5 is complete.
Yes, thank you for listening.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah, thank you everybody for listening. Thank you for interacting again, like always.
Sorry for my ranting.
Yeah,
this is good. Bert's just getting out there more.
Yeah, we need some more controversial Bert takes, so these will be good.
Yeah.
Okay, Hawkeye one, not controversial.
Hawkeye is just good.
Yes.
Yeah. But I was going to say, thank you guys for interacting with the Spotify polls and the questions and all of that. It's always cool to see people say things and vote on different stuff. So we'll continue to do that.
Thank you.
I'm trying to think, what else did we have as far as channel news or things
We're
like
still going to be working on Baldur's Gate. We'll
Yeah,
get
once
back
I
to
get
that
back
once we play more.
Yeah, once I get back in the States, that'll continue. We're still doing the letterbox and the My Anime List thing.
Oh, good,
when we
good catch. I totally forgot about that, actually.
Yeah, so when we get those
Me too.
done, we will let you guys know. Trying to think. We want to do more like interaction with the audience, so we're going to try and think of other ways to do that. Maybe we'll include like a Saltcast like email or something, or you guys can...
Maybe if there's a movie or show you guys want us to watch.
Yeah, maybe
talk about.
we'll drop an email or something. in the
I think we should
description.
watch that new movie by the Spirited Away guy.
Yeah, I wrote that down.
Yeah, we'll
Boy
do
in the
that.
Crane
But as far as
or the heron.
Yeah.
as far as like interaction with the audience and stuff, and like our viewers and everything, we're gonna try and think of other ways to try and do
I
that.
mean, we'll
Bear
only
with
get
us.
better.
Yeah, so we'll continue to get better and grow, and hopefully continue to get more viewers and more fans, and hopefully people enjoy the things that we're doing. So, but yeah, that's it. We'll see you guys
Keep it
in a
salty,
couple
guys.
weeks.
See ya.